Here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Another edition of the Hard Count. I said it to CJ before we got on. I feel like it's been forever
It's
since
been a
the
while.
boys have been back in town. But it's all right. We here. Back better than ever.
Sir.
Shout out the title of the episode, Back in the Office. Clocking in. Then the good old 9 to 5. You know what I mean? CJ, with us being gone for so long, I haven't even been able to ask in forever, and it's always my, number one question because it's all I really truly care about. How you doing there, guy?
Yeah, I'm doing great, bro. Sports going well. Covering the finals, doing Count the Bucket with our guy Michael and Nick. That's going really well. Glad to collab with those guys officially now. Memorial Day weekend, went up to Albany, linked up with one of my guys. He had an event, so it's been a pretty good couple weeks, man. How about you? How's everything?
My brother live up in Albany. I should have pulled up. Chilling, bro. A lot of renegades, a lot of.
Bro, how's that going, man?
Bro, love it. Nothing more I could ask for. Big fan. A little graphic stuff, some camera work. Trying to nudge my way to get in front of the camera one of these times. Trying to nudge my way through everything. But school's done. Thank God.
Thank God.
I mean, God, was that this semester was ass. But yeah. I got a nice vacation coming up next week and the week after. Nice little 2-week break. Going down to the condo down in Myrtle.
Where I was about to say you're going back down to the Myrtle.
Yes, nice. Sir. Me and the boys. I got I got like 4 of my boys coming down. So I get active down there and try not to make too many bad life decisions. A couple, too many is never good.
Nah. It's a few.
Well, we're chill. All right. Listen, let's get into everything, all right? Because we got some things to discuss here. And one of the first ones coming in, a little news that broke yesterday. And listen, all of a sudden, $60 million changes a lot of things because Aaron Donald isn't going anywhere now. Aaron Donald returns to the Super Bowl defending champions, and he'll be back with the Rams, man. Obviously, very important for them. I think that's just the obvious thing to say. He had mulled the retirement, had kind of said, "Yeah, I'm kind of good with everything that's happened." But like I said, $60 million really changes a lot of things, and I think the Rams just continue to prove that the salary cap doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Whoever's in charge of that salary cap is a wizard. He's a wizard.
You want to talk about finessing the system?
Nah, for real. The way they've been able to finesse that cap and re-sign Donald, re-sign most of the guys. Just heard Sean McVay said he wanted Odell back in the I Am Athlete interview, I think yesterday. So, I mean, they know they have a window that right now, and they want to try to capitalize and try to get as many Lombardis as possible. And I respect that. I respect that aggressiveness from Sam Kroenke, of course, because he sized the checks, and then Les Snead as well. I mean, he wants to make some moves, and then it goes down to McVay, and then the rest of the guys on the team. And bringing a guy like Aaron Donald. I mean, I always felt like he was going to come back. It just came to if it makes dollars, it makes sense, and that's really what it came down to. They negotiated that new deal. He's the highest non-paid QB in the NFL. So that's always a title that a player of his caliber is looking for. It's a nice title to have, and he deserves it. I mean, he made some big plays in the playoffs. Got the strip sack on Garoppolo in the NFC Conference Championship game. Made the big play on Joe Burrow on 4th down, which could have been a touchdown if he had a couple seconds because Jamar Chase was wide open on that right side. So he's a game changer, one of the greatest defensive players of our generation. And he deserves every penny. So glad that he's back in the NFL and hopefully for a couple more years. And we'll see what happens for them this year going forward.
Yeah, I mean, his resume is ridiculous. Like, if you really go down and look at what he's done so far in the NFL, I'm trying to find it right now. Why Wikipedia got to make things different, bro? Just let me find. There we go. The wiki page. Always resourceful. Obviously won the Super Bowl last year. 3-time defensive champion, or the defensive player of the year, I should say. Defensive champion, whatever. Defensive rookie of the year. First team All Pro 7 times. 8-time Pro Bowler. Already on the 2010 All Decade team. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's been a Pro Bowler every single year he's been in the league. 98 sacks at the defensive tackle position. And I'm pretty sure doesn't he? I think he has the most sacks in the NFL since he got drafted in 2014.
Yeah, I believe so. He's definitely going to get that. He's going to get that 100. That 100. Triple digit sacks.
Oh, I mean,
that's always
that in week 1.
Yeah, definitely. That's always something that these players. When you talk about Hall of Fame, you look at the top guys: Bruce Smith, Strahan, Lawrence Taylor. Those guys, they're all in the triple digits. So he gets 100, and then like you said, he plays defensive tackle. I mean, he's a 3 technique. For him to get that many sacks and disrupt the passer, he changed the game.
I'm trying to think because you putting him on the defensive Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah. I mean, I got Lawrence Taylor,
lock,
yeah. Prime is a lock. Prime time, Deion Sanders.
Those are the 2 locks to me. That's easy.
That's a lock, and then for me it's Reggie White, and then Aaron Donald, man.
I'm in agreement with you. That's exactly who I have on mine.
I mean, you could go Ray, and I mean you could go Ed, Troy. So many guys you could go with, but I think when I think about those 4 guys, I mean they're all game changers at their position. Prime speaks for itself. LT changed the game from a pass rushing perspective, and just the need that you need at left tackle now in today's NFL. And then, again, what we see with Aaron Donald doing at 3 technique, we saw John Randall, we saw Warren Sapp do it in Tampa Bay for many years, but, he just took it to another level. So, and he's only like 6 foot, 5'11", 280, he's fit. He's about 5'11", 280, doing that, going up against 6'3", 200 pounds.
Triple teams.
Getting double teamed. And like I said, he changed the game, man. We're so used to seeing these outside guys like J.J. Watt, T.J. Watt, Bosa's, and both of the Bosa's, both of the Watts, disrupting the league. And what he's doing at that size in the middle, in the B gap, C gap, he could go everywhere. He's a game changer. So, yeah, he's on my Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we kind of haven't seen it. I mean, Sapp was very good at that spot, obviously, but
yeah, he was the guy until Donald came around at that position at DT.
So we're putting him GOAT then.
Go what, all time?
No, defensive.
Oh, DT, yeah, for sure, yeah, no doubt about it.
That's valid.
I mean, now he has a championship. You said what happened?
You got LT as your GOAT?
Yeah, man. I
think that's valid.
I remember watching his copy and pasting his highlights from YouTube and putting it on my phone and watching it like when I was on the train. I'm like, yo, nah, this guy was different, man.
I think he's one of the ones you watch and is different. Then I still think Reggie White might have the best highlight tape of all time.
Yeah, it's insane.
Bro, this man was just lit like carrying offensive linemen, like literally one hand bench press.
Pressing dudes.
Facts. Right,
yeah, he's lethal. He's lethal, and then Prime obviously, taking away one side of the field. Yeah, it's just that changes the whole game. I mean, you could take one side of the field. I just saw Revis on Pat McAfee show. Like, he's our modern day Prime, but it's still not to the level of what 21 was doing, and back in the 80s and the 90s.
Revis Island was a thing.
For sure.
King James, Tony Soprano.
Hey, what's up?
Always ready to catch you guys. I'm cheering on New York as they try to hold this series lead over the Lightning.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I know we're down 1-0 right now. I'm gonna need us to get it together here. All right.
Yeah. Best part is we back. It's got home field. So.
Exactly. You know what they say. The playoffs don't or the series don't really start until somebody wins. An away game.
An away game, exactly. I mean, we had it on what was that, Sunday, but
bro,
had a 2-0 lead.
I'm so tight, bro.
Yeah, it was rough.
So mad that they lost that game.
Yeah,
I was out.
Just messed
I was
up.
out hitting the links while they were. Bro, tell me how me and my boy go to play golf, right, on Sunday. The course we go to, no food or drinks.
Nah, it's crazy.
Bro, we paid for 18. We only played like 13. We were out there dying. This man said, yeah, you can order Grubhub.
Nah.
I said, I just paid 40 beans to golf here, and you're telling me I got to get Grubhub? You can't boil a hot dog, my guy. You can't throw the grill on?
At least you know that's the last time you go there, man.
Nah,
sure.
And it's a shame, too. Course, nice, pretty solid. Liked it. Never been more disappointed, bro. How you not? No food, nothing. I said, bro, Grubhub, that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about.
That's a shame.
Absolutely different. DK, not at minicamp. Debo is, though. Which, by the way, kind of a plot twist. Facts. If anything, I kind of saw it the other way around.
Yeah.
I guess DK is technically still rehabbing an injury, but these are mandatory. So I would assume that even if you're rehabbing, it doesn't matter, and you still got to be there because they could just be like, I'm rehabbing. You got to rehab with the team, my guy. So, like I said, I thought it was going to be quite the opposite. But what are your thoughts on this? You think this is good news for 49ers, bad news for the Seahawks, and or what's going on? Because I'm a little confuzzled here.
Yeah, I was a little shocked with DK. I know when it comes for the money, these guys want to get paid. I think they were in the same draft class, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And it's coming that time. You get paid. They just saw Tyreek Hill get paid. They saw Christian Kirk get paid, and both of those guys are light years better than Christian Kirk. So they're seeing the type of money these guys are making, and they're looking at their agents and they're looking at the front office of these teams like, what's good? I put the work in. These 3 years, and it's my time to be compensated for what I've done, my production, and deservedly so. So, like I said, these wide receivers, they're right up there. I mean, when it comes to value in the NFL, I mean, I feel like you got to put them in that top 4 range. It kind of used to be, they used to kind of be in the top 8, kind of be in the bottom 5. But now, with the way the league is transitioning now and the way the rules are changed, wide receivers are just as valuable as quarterbacks. You need those top guys on the outside to make game-changing plays. We saw Odell come in and the Rams and completely change the landscape of that team. We saw Kupp, the phenomenal year he had, and then we saw the lack of wide receivers that, a team that the Patriots or maybe the Packers too, outside of, Devontae Adams. And we saw how that changed their fortune over there in Green Bay. So they want to get compensated. So DK, I understand. I feel like he maybe show up to the facility, but it's still a lot of time left. Still a couple more days for them to, come back. But for Debo, I was a little shocked because throughout the whole entire offseason, it was like, trade me, I'm out of here.
He was the one that was making the biggest deal about everything.
Yeah, they had the club. He was in the club in San Fran, and they had the little sign like "Stay Debo." And he was like, "Nah, I'm not staying." So I don't know. Maybe just miss football. Sometimes it's like that. You miss the game, you miss the guys. Just being with the guys, working out, being in the facility, and just being with the team. You miss that. So. Well, that could have been what it was, and I think he's going to get paid. I mean, the way John Lynch has been talking, the way Kyle Shanahan have been talking, they pretty much said, they're going to pay him. They're saying they're not going to trade him, which wouldn't make any sense to do. They know how valuable he is to this team. They know how valuable he is to a younger quarterback like they're about to have in Trey Lance, or even if Garoppolo gets the nod again. We'll see what happens. We'll dive into that a little bit, but. You need a game changer like him on the outside. We know we can do out the backfield as well. He just wants to be compensated. So I think both of these guys get paid before the season starts, and they deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, I see some people worried about Debo, like paying him and what his body's going to do moving forward. I feel like I don't worry about it too much because almost in a way, if he's not a running back, you know what I mean? He's the whole wide back thing and everything like that. So I feel like if you're playing him at running back and he starts getting banged up, you can pull that cord. Like you can cut the plug on that and be like, listen, we know that maybe you do like it, maybe you don't. At the beginning he's wide back, and then the summer it was all of a sudden you were hearing that he hated doing it. So I don't really know what was going on in that situation.
Yeah, I didn't believe that. I just felt like he wanted to get paid. Like if you're gonna put me on both positions. all right, then pay me like that. You know,
Yeah.
pay me to that level. I mean, I don't think it was heated because these guys, they want to be on the field as much as possible. They want to, they want to be stars. So when people used to say that, I was just like, I didn't buy it. I just think it was just a money thing.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a simple fix. Like if all of a sudden he starts getting banged up because he's playing running back too much, you can be like, all right, well, listen, you liked it. It really helped the offense. It really did. We loved it too. But I'm gonna need you to get back into the slot guy because we kind of need you on the field, and you can't be on the field if you're getting hurt playing running back. So I think it's an easy fix for them in a way. Obviously, I love seeing him do both. It makes things a lot more entertaining, but it's a pretty simple fix for them. And then DK, I mean, I don't blame. Usually, I side with the player, but I really don't blame the Seahawks right now. Only because, do you really want to pay DK and then have a lot of money locked up on him when you don't have anything? Like, don't you like? If I'm the Seahawks, and I hate tanking. People know that I'm against the tanking. Annoys me in MLB. It's weird because I will say it does annoy me a little bit less in the NFL because I feel like one draft pick you can all of a sudden be good. Like if you get a quarterback right, where baseball takes 10 years because people have to go through the minors, and the NBA, if you get that one pick wrong, you just set your franchise back another probably 2 years anyway. But I would trade him. Like I don't know why they even want to give him a contract extension. I would trade DK immediately, get picks back for him. Hopefully, you saw what Tyreek Hill got. I don't think he's going to get Tyreek Hill compensation, obviously, but if you can somehow get a first out of it, maybe a second and then like a fourth or something, I would do that way faster than I signed him to an extension.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. I mean, I could definitely see where you're coming from, and it makes a lot of sense. And then you could also see it from. It really just comes down to what DK wants to do. If he wants to stay for the rebuild, because we know if you extend him, they're going to get a younger quarterback. We already know that he's going to be on the rookie deal, so you're not paying him a lot. So I don't think the money thing is that big of an issue from that standpoint. Drew Lock, Geno Smith. I mean, that's not the future of Seattle.
Yeah,
maybe Baker. To me personally, I don't think he's good enough to take them over the hump, especially in that division. So I mean, yeah. So I think
difficult over there.
Yeah, it's gonna come. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna come down to what DK wants. Is he gonna want to get bread and stay for the rebuild, or ask for a trade and get the bread like Devontae did, like Tyreek did? So it's yeah.
Here's the other thing too. Like that's cool and all. But is it really his decision either? Like, if you're the franchise, what you got to do what's best for your franchise. And, like, I understand the people, too, that are like, oh, well, if you trade a star, then that means, future stars are going to look at you and be like, oh, can I really trust my own team? I honestly never really bought into that too much because I kind of feel like, listen, if I'm a star, if I'm a star player, you kind of also have to be, not an idiot and be like, oh, they traded DK 4 years ago because – well, they didn't have a quarterback. They had no offensive line. They didn't have a defense. And now I'm on the team, and, maybe at that point they have a quarterback, a decent O-line, some people on defense. Oh, yeah, they will keep me because, now we actually have a team and we can win.
Right.
Like, you have to think logically in those type of situations as well. So, I mean, if DK wants to stay, that's cool. But, like, I still, as a Seahawks, might be like, listen, we really do appreciate your services, bro. Cool and all. The baby pacifier as the mouth guard and all that. Fantastic marketing. But we need some picks because we're probably going to be trashed this year. And I'll just ask this. Is it going to be easier to find DK or Russell Wilson?
Of course, it's easier to find DK. Yeah.
So you gotta get that quarterback right, and then you can worry about finding another DK. But until then, I feel like you build the way that all teams are supposed to be built. Right now, if you get like the first pick next year, obviously.
They got the picks. Remember, they got the picks from Denver, so they got some picks.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like they're out of picks. So You make valid points.
But the picks from Denver too, we also know are going to be in the 20s. You're not getting Bryce Young.
Yeah, but you can make trades, and but you said and they're not going to be good, so they're going to have their pick.
They do have their pick. It's still not to the Jets with the.
I think that's done.
That's over. It's over.
That's over. Yeah. I think that's over. Right. Yeah. So,
but I mean, hey, we just saw the Colts with 3 first-round picks, the Eagles with 3 first-round picks. I mean,
yeah.
So if I could get DK out of there and get another first, so maybe next year I can draft a quarterback who everybody thinks is going to be fantastic. You got your choice of probably at least 2. Some people think more than that. And then I can probably draft a stud lineman, and then I can probably draft a stud defender. You all of a sudden just took 1 or 2 players, one of them who was older in Russ, who I still would have kept and got rid of Pete Carroll. I will say that. But got better in 3 different positions, and all in positions that you're going to end up needing because their offensive line's bad. Like wide receiver might be like, I know we just said it's very important, but I'm building the offensive line first because we just saw it. Joe Burrow's fantastic. They got great wide receivers. If they had 3 milliseconds more to block, they just won the Super Bowl because Jamar Chase burnt Jalen Ramsey like a piece of toast, but Aaron Donald was in his face and he couldn't get the ball off. So right. I'm building the O-line up. I'm getting Bryce Young say, listen, buddy, I'm sorry. First year you might get hit a lot. Sorry. Next year, though, we're going to have even more linemen over here. We'll have this, we'll have that. And I mean, I don't know. I think I would trade DK. But who am I?
Yeah, I think both options are definitely – I think to me they're in a good spot either way to me because they still have picks. And then if they want to keep DK, they could draft a young quarterback and pair him up with DK. So it's not like he's, completely – he has some type of security blanket when he's out on the field. He knows he could throw to a stud on the outside. Tyler Lockett is great too, but he's a number 2.
Yeah.
So you have that, true X wide receiver on the outside for a young quarterback. Or like you said, they could do that. Could kind of do. I would say the Lions are kind of doing the reverse. They got the wide receiver and they got the edge rusher. The next year they're going to go get the quarterback. So it could work either way. But either way, I think he's going to get paid. So.
Oh yeah,
either way it goes. Yeah, either way it goes, he's going to get paid. That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it just comes down to DK because regardless, he's going to get bread, regardless of what he does.
I know a team that could use number 1.
Yeah, I mean we don't have the bread. So
CJ, don't say that though.
The cap is bad. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not.
It's dried up. CJ, I'm gonna have an aneurysm because I just had this discussion with Josh yesterday. Why is it that we talk about teams like the Rams and all these teams that are out here fit Bobby Wagner, Allen Robinson, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, all these players, but yet Patriots out here, oh yeah, we got no money.
But their timeline is different. Their timeline is different than ours. I mean, we got a second-year quarterback. They got a 34-year-old quarterback.
How do we not have money?
Well, I mean, we remember we spent all the money in 2020 with Jonnu and Henry and all these guys. So Bourne, Aguilar, that's where all the money went. So it was not going to be until next year is when a lot of that money will start to get freed up. And like I said, Bill does a lot of team options, not player options. So, when
he got to option himself out of the GM spot. Anyway, CJ, yeah. I'm gonna mix things around because let's just keep with. I mean, we mentioned Debo before, so let's just go to kind of what you said a little bit before too. A little bit of mixed reactions here going on with Trey Lance in San Francisco.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I'm not hearing the greatest things in the world.
Listen, I mean, people got on Mac. Mac shouldn't have been the 3rd pick, this and that. It was getting obliterated during the spring of 2021. And, he shouldn't have been the quarterback. I mean, he shouldn't have no way he's the 3rd pick. It doesn't work. And then, he has a pretty solid rookie year. He was pretty much throwing you and I last year at wide receiver. And I think he's going to be really good. I like our wide receiver core. So, and then you got San Fran. They got some. I mean, if he was playing with Debo and Ayuk and Kittle and Elijah Mitchell, I mean that's a stout offense right there. Especially when he just came from Alabama with a Heisman Trophy winner and Waddle and all those guys. They would have been great. But they wanted to, they pushed all their chips to the table and went and got Trey Lance. Still very inexperienced. I saw Steve Young said, he's raw, but he has a lot of talent. It's just gonna come down to what's in that man's chest, man. If it's just straight up, bro.
Nah, CJ, I gotta ask you this because now you reminded me of it. Did you see that thing on Twitter where it was this girl texting her little brother, and he sent her a picture of a X-ray, and there was like a little dog near his ribs, and he goes, look at this, and she goes, what the hell is that? He goes, that's that dog in me.
I didn't even see that. That's crazy. I gotta see that.
Crying.
Nah, you gotta. If you see that again, you gotta add me on that.
I'll send it to
But for Lance, it's gonna come down to what this. If he got that for real, it's gonna come down if he got that. Nah, for real, man. I mean, listen, you can go back to Brady days with the Gio Carzamazzi. They took Steve Mariucci took him over Brady.
The Brady
six. I mean, so I like Lance. He has a lot of talent. He's in a great situation. He has an elite play caller in his ear every Sunday. He doesn't have to worry about that. Great organization, storied franchise, solid GM, a load of talent on the outside. The run game is going to be elite. If he gets it together, they could be a stout. Imagine him and Debo in the RPO. That's nasty. If he becomes that guy, him and Debo in the RPO is what would kindle up the seam, and Ayuk on the outside. It could be nasty. But he has to clean up the mechanics. But he needs to get out there and play. He needs to be QB1.
He needs the preseason.
He needs the whole season. Well,
no, I'm just saying because you see a lot of these teams punt on the preseason and they don't play their people. Right. Nah, bro.
Nah, he needs
to play out there for a few games.
He needs to be out there, man. He needs the whole entire season. You can't put Garoppolo in there. One, because it could hurt his confidence, Lance's confidence. Like, oh man, this guy's still here, and I thought I was supposed to be the guy, and you got this dude coming in here. We know he has the noodle arm, this or whatever. I'm supposed to be, you guys traded up for me, and I still can't get a shot. It could kill somebody. It could kill your confidence like that. He needs to play the whole year, and just fail to succeed. It's cliche, but that's really the only way you could get there is by failing. So go through the growing pains. Yeah, he had a solid game against the Texans. He struggled here and there in that Cardinal game when he got an opportunity, but that's not a big sample size for me to really make a true critique on him. So he needs to play this entire year and just learn. He needs experience. Remember, even when he got drafted, that he only played in one game. They at North Dakota State played one game, and then the whole season he was just chilling. And NFL don't work like that, bro. You got to be out there to be great. So play this whole year. No Garoppolo, bro. Get healthy, get your shoulder right, and be a mentor to this young man. You're going to get your opportunities. Washington, maybe the Colts down the road. Matt Ryan is not really. I mean, he could be a guy that could play well into his.
Yo, we got to get your boy checked out, bro.
They say all this talk is cheap. Wait until the season on the way. Come on, bro. Come on, stop the cap.
Gangrene is the wild card. Yo, we got to get your boy checked out.
Gangrene is a wild card playoffs? Come on, bro. You don't even believe that internally. You don't believe that internally. It's not happening. But for the Niners, I'm rooting for him, man. I think that makes that division much more exciting. Kyler's there, another guy that's going to get his bread here soon. Stafford just won the chip, got the extension. He's a star now. He's on AT&T commercials. He's doing his thing. So
I really like that old phone, but I wanted a new one, better one.
It was a smart concept by that man. It was smart. It was good.
That's that marketing we like.
It's Kanye. That was good marketing. Good marketing. So if he becomes a guy, I think that's great. That's great for that franchise too. I mean, they've been earning it for a guy since Steve Young, really. I mean, I know they had the Cap years, and they thought Cap was going to be the guy, and then Garoppolo, had a couple, solid years here and there, but they haven't really had that stout quarterback from the 49ers rocking that crimson and gold since Steve Young. So that'd be great.
I would hate to be the 49ers in a way. Like, don't get me wrong, you got some pieces. Obviously, you got Bosa on one end. You got Kittle. Still, my eyes. Listen, I know I get hate for it. Best tight end in the league. Sorry, man's a goat blocker. Can do all the things receiving that Kelsey can do. You got Debo now that's coming back. Like you said, Ayuk, you're almost in a lose-lose situation. Almost. You have, like that light at the end of the tunnel everybody talks about. You got it, but it's about the size of a large boulder.
Right.
Because here's the few options you have. You bring Jimmy back, who, let me preface all this too by saying I'm not a big Jimmy guy at all. We know this. Mid at best.
He's cool. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
Literally like a top 25 quarterback, probably.
Yeah, out of 32. Yeah. Top 20. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, top 20, top 25. Yeah. The man ain't winning you nothing. Like, you want to talk about, who's the leader of the train and who's, caboose? Yeah, let me tell you something. He definitely ain't driving it.
Right. Not, of course not.
So you bring Jimmy back. You probably repeat what you did last year, which for many teams you accept. But at the end of the day, if you don't win a championship, your season is a failure. Go ask any of the other 30 teams, or the technically 29 teams, that didn't win a Super Bowl and ask them if their season was successful.
Except a few teams. Lions, Jets, shout out Vic.
No, exactly, whatever. It's a failure. Your season is a failure because you did not win a championship. So they end in failure and go to the playoffs, which is cool. Or you bring Jimmy back, you destroy Lance's confidence, Jimmy gets hurt, Lance comes in. Okay. Or you get rid of Jimmy, Lance comes in. What if Trey Lance is worse than Jimmy? What if he is worse or the exact same player? Because here's the other two things. If he's worse, then you got the people. Why did we get rid of Jimmy for Trey Lance? I loved Jimmy G. He brought us to a Super Bowl.
That's a small crowd.
It's a crowd, though.
It is a crowd.
Listen, we know some of those people. Or Jimmy or Trey Lance comes in, is the same as Jimmy. Now, some people would say, well, that's not bad. Like you said, he got to a Super Bowl. No. It's very bad because how much did you trade up to get him? So you just wasted everything else to get Trey Lance. So now that's a waste. Or the last option, which is what they're hoping for, obviously, that Trey Lance turns into a superstar. And that is the only way you win. The only way the 49ers win this entire situation is if Trey Lance becomes a top 10 quarterback. That is the
first
only
year
way. No. I'm talking overall. I mean, first year you'll have people overreact one way or another.
Right.
And it depends on if you like Trey Lance or not. Because if you like Trey Lance, you'll say, if he has a good year, he'll be like, see, we told you, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be a god. And if you don't like Trey Lance and he has a good year, it'll be they didn't have any tape on him, so obviously they couldn't prepare for him.
Oh, my God.
And then if you don't like – and then if Trey Lance has a bad year, if you like him, you say, oh, he's just a rookie, you got to calm down. And then if you don't like Trey Lance and he has a bad year, it's, oh, see, I told you so. He's never going to get better. He's going to be the same player his entire career.
Yep.
So the only way the 49ers win this is if he becomes a top 10 quarterback.
Verbatim takes by you. Verbatim NFL quarterback takes.
I'm wrong. Like, am I wrong?
No, not at all. Not at all. Right on the money.
So that's the only way they win this situation. So while it's a like I said, I would hate to be them. I really would. But
that's the pressure.
We're gonna find out what happens.
I mean, they could have
paid. That's why the GM's getting paid a lot more money than I am.
That's why they get paid the big bucks. Exactly. They could have stayed at 12. They could have took McCorkle, but
McCorkle was crazy.
But hey,
McCorkle is crazy.
But hey, man, they didn't want to do that, so it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure on it, man. I feel like he needs two full seasons. People's trying to ship 2 out after 7 games last year. They're like, oh, no, it's over. He's not the one. He's not the guy. It's over. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they try to ship him out after a year.
But
he only started like 16. He started like 16 games.
I haven't liked 2 since college.
That's fair.
I think the man's gonna get hurt too often.
Very possible, man. He's already had some injury problems. But yeah, for Lance, it's a lot of pressure, man. So again, like I said, at the end of the day, this is gonna come to what's in that man's chest. Is you want to be great? To me, man, I don't know if these guys do it. I'm talking to the legends, bro. I'm talking to Steve Young. Yo, bro, teach me how to watch film.
Literally.
I don't know if these guys do. I don't know if they have a lot of pride and they feel. I don't know. I never hear stories of younger players, talking to
like
these
there's
OGs.
no way you can have that much pride that you wouldn't go talk to a Hall of Famer.
I don't. Yeah,
because if you do, bro, you're smoking dust.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, man. I know I would do it. Firsthand. If I'm a wide receiver for the 49ers, what? I'm not talking to Jerry.
You
know what I'm saying?
I mean, come on, bro. What are we talking
about? Like I said, he is got a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure on him right now. But I feel like if he could beat Cap first year, like when I say he could beat Cap, is solid passer, not great, maybe not make all the anticipatory throws, but elite running threat on top of the running game that they already implement with Shanahan. That could get you 10 wins right there. Plus the defense, that could get you right back in the playoffs. The NFC is not loaded. It's not stout. It's not like the AFC. So, if he could just make the easy reads, run, be an elite running threat, and let the defense do what he needs to do. Let Shanahan play it through the entire play. Don't do anything too crazy. They should be back in the playoffs, man. I don't see why not. They should be right there. They should be one of those 7 teams. Now, are they going to go to their end goal like you talked about in the beginning? I don't know, but I think if that's a good start. If he gets his first year starting and they're in the playoffs, you could build off that.
Yeah, we're all gonna find out. And listen, if they hit on him, then they win. Lamar's contract extension still not done. I haven't really even heard too much about it. This man's working out in Florida, doing his own thing away from the team. Some people like it, some people don't. Of course, Harbaugh comes out and says, listen, when he needs to be here, he'll be here. Not stirring the pot too much. CJ, I don't think anything's getting done before the season. What's saying?
Good coach right there.
Of course.
I feel like, the more time you wait, the more money is going to be for the Ravens. So, we saw how the Dak thing played out. Jerry Jones should have paid Dak 2 years in advance, but you wanted to tag him. Then you had to pay him $47 million, $75 out the gate. You had to sign that check automatically, $75 million. Right now it's what? It's Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, Carr. Should be right from annual salary wise from these quarterbacks. Should be right in there. 40, 43. Deshaun, right there, 43. That's the going price right now for these these elite guys. Watson got a fully guaranteed and didn't even play last year. So I
found it. I gotta interrupt you.
You found it?
Okay. I found it. Let me show you this, bro. Let me show the people this. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. He said, "That's that dog in me."
Yeah, look at my X-ray. That's crazy.
He said, "That's that dog in me."
That's crazy, bro.
The internet is fantastic.
It's wild. It's wild, man. It's a wild place.
Sorry, I found it. I had to show you.
It's crazy. But yeah, Lamar. Yeah, if I'm Lamar, bro, I'm asking for a fully guaranteed contract. I want an MVP. Guaranteed. Went 13-3. And man, what's up with the Yankees, man?
Bro, listen, I know I'm a little.
Tyone was good now.
No, perfect. I probably went to the Yankee game Friday.
Oh no, you were? How was that?
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to go to the subway. So I think July 26.
Hit my
25th. Yeah, I think it's in Queens. That's City Field. I think it's
the City Field game.
I think so. Yeah, and I think the one in the Bronx is in August. So
let me know.
So yeah, and the way both of these teams are playing, man.
About to be crazy.
Yeah, I got to get out to one of those games, one or two.
I want to see the game Friday. Were they 13-0?
Oh yeah, they smacked the Tigers.
Yeah, Cole had that perfect game into the 7th. Judge went 4 for 5. I got the bobblehead, bro. That was his bobblehead night.
That day, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I got the Judge bobblehead looking down upon me.
Yeah, that was that was a great game.
MVP, baby.
MVP, yeah. I mean, him and J Ram. I mean, they're playing great. So it's gonna be between those two guys. But no, obviously,
we're talking about
the Judge. Oh yeah, Lamar. Yeah, so Lamar, he's gonna get the cash, man. He's gonna get the cash. Yo, we got.
This man just be.
Somebody popping. What is that? Is that a?
Nah, bro. What is that? Just go with these Canada hats, bro.
Hey, I have to. It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You already know.
Exactly.
Canadian, bro?
No.
Oh.
And so this man's rocking Canada for nothing.
I mean, it's just like I was like, oh, got some Canada ties.
Man, looked like he just got home from a rock concert.
What's good, man?
Nothing much. Just wanted to tune in,
Yes, sir.
Talk some football a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's your thoughts on this Lamar thing? Lamar money deal. I mean, he's his own agent. Creating his own destiny. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's a great thing for Lamar. I hope he gets a deal done, and I hope the Ravens pay him, because you saw what happened to the Ravens when they did not have him. They were 8-3, nearly first in the AFC North. But then once he goes down, they collapse and lose the final 6 straight games.
Nah, yeah. I mean,
yeah. My bad. I was looking at Tampa and New York. My fault.
No, down 2-0. I'm not feeling this game either. I don't know what to watch right now. I'm a little Yankees going back and forth. I mean, I'll watch the Yankee game because we're still winning. That won't piss me off during the show,
But no, Connie, what you thinking about this Lamar thing, man?
I think you're right. I think, this is the funny thing too. How many teams right now you think are regretting not if they got to pay a quarterback, like the Cardinals, the Ravens? I don't think anybody else needs to get paid, right?
Yeah, right now, yeah, that's
like those two. How much do you think they regret not just doing it when they had a chance before Deshaun got his deal? Because now you're forced to give him fully guaranteed money. Because if you're Lamar or Kyler Murray, why am I taking a deal that's not guaranteed money? Deshaun Watson just got one. Why am I not getting one? And I don't have any of the drama.
And I'm active. Word, I'm on the field.
I'm on the field. I got no obligations.
You feel me?
I ain't got no suspension looming over me.
Hey, there's a time and place to be active off the field, and the masseuse ain't one of them.
Or not at all, man. So I need all that bread. Man. I'm not taking anything less than fully guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed. If I'm Lamar, I got an MVP. I'm looking. What?
And he won a playoff game.
54. Just
right.
About 254. Is that what it was?
230.
Yeah, Deshaun's was 230 fully guaranteed.
Yeah. That's crazy because I'm going at least 250 fully guaranteed. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I got an MVP. I won a playoff game. I'm basically the reason we're relevant because we got no wide receivers. I'm talking up myself like crazy, and I got no agent, so I'm getting all that. Let me get all that.
Yeah, the only thing I fear with the agent thing is, man, these teams, they so sneaky with their language and these contracts, and they always going to listen. I know they love Lamar. They'll say till they blue in the face they love Lamar, but when we talking about the language and the money, they're going to try to do what's best for them first. So I just hope that with him being his own guy, his own agent, and negotiating his own deal, I just hope that they do right by him, man.
It'll. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see because I don't think that's the other thing too. I'll respect it. I don't think he's the type of dude that's going to hold out or nothing. So they at least got that working for him. Oh, look at this. See, I'm looking at group chats and stuff. I lost our talking points there. Oh, there we go. I found it. CJ, this is why I can't watch the Ranger game and talk about this right now because now I'm gonna get mad, bro.
Yeah,
you're telling me that this man Matt Patricia is calling the plays, bro.
Yeah.
CJ, I had 7-9, I think. No, 7-10
7-10, yeah.
for the prediction. Nah, bro. 5-12.
Yeah, bro. Stop it, man.
5-13 or whatever the fuck it is.
Stop it. Stop.
I'll interject by saying I think it's ridiculous. This reminds me of when Matt Rule decided to have Ben McAdoo be the offensive coordinator for the Panthers. It's like, did you not see what Ben McAdoo did with the Giants? Like, yeah, he might have led them to the playoffs, but that was pretty much on Eli's last leg. And
CJ, I've never been this disgusted as a Patriot fan. I was less disgusted when we signed Cam, bro.
Stop it.
Matt Patricia is a defensive coordinator.
That is a high amount of disgust because your hate for Cam.
Bro,
that's why that's cat, bro. That's
level.
Bro,
you literally shit on Cam on a weekly basis.
So who should call the plays? If you say Bill, it's like
himself.
No. We should hire an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is like, so you're gonna change the whole offense with a second-year quarterback? Nah, that's the only reason.
Might be a better option than Matt Patricia.
Bro, I think I would have taken Joe Judge. I think I would have taken Joe Judge.
What is he doing calling offensive plays?
Listen, so I'm not for it. It's weird. It's definitely weird. It's definitely unorthodox. It's sus, yeah. I mean, you can throw that out there too. Definitely a little sus. But the only reason why I'm not like too upset right now is because it's June. It's June right now. Nobody's calling plays today. And September 8th is when the week one starts. We'll see preseason. Preseason will tell us a lot. How things are being played. Maybe week 3, week 4. How certain things are looking like. But again, like if you bring a new guy in, you're changing the whole offense. If Mac was like in year 5, year 6, I'd be like, all right, cool. But year 2.
We also complained that Josh McDaniels was a little outdated.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So exactly, you bring in somebody new, change up the whole offense. Maybe it's needed.
Yeah, but his play calling, situational play calling, was outdated. But also, you could argue we didn't have the talent for him to call elite plays either. I mean, we still don't. I think it's better now. I think offense is much better this year, bro. I think it's much better.
Offense is literally almost
the same as last
year.
It's not literally the same. It's not literally
Devontae
the same.
Parker, yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest Devontae Parker guy in the world.
It's not the same. Mac is in year 2, not year 1.
But there is a sophomore slump.
For who?
Just anybody.
CJ,
like there's a saying called the sophomore slump.
Yeah,
I'm putting the glasses right now to hope I see as clear as you, bro.
I'm optimistic about it because
CJ, I love that.
I think we have a really good quarterback. I think we have a really good quarterback, man. I really do.
CJ, if I could change myself, I would be optimistic. I swear to God, I would.
Nah, I understand the concerns. That for me, like play calling is definitely nothing to play with because it's an art. It's not something you could just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the coordinator today, and I'm gonna just call, this play. And it's situational. You have to call everything right. So I understand, the upset, and a lot of Patriot fans are upset. I'm upset too. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I still feel like we have a good enough quarterback. I think the offense is better, much better. One, because Mac is the guy now. There's no Cam or Mac who's going to be the guy.
He's now the conversation last year still blows my mind.
Now he's his second year into the offense, so now he can start calling some plays for himself, learning the offense, being more comfortable in what's being called. So I'm comfortable in that aspect. And again, I just feel like Patriots said force. Are you crazy?
Come on, bro.
Bro.
He's on the good stuff.
Listen, I'll say this.
CJ, this is right? CJ, this is
good. Yeah.
I love you, bro. You in all the shows all the time, bro.
Loyal.
What do they have you taking?
Listen, I'll say this.
You got to talk to a doctor.
I'll say this about the Jets. Before I go back to the Pats, like maybe in 2 years, we'll start to have this conversation. 2024, election year. That's around the time of, some conversations.
I
but
can't even talk to this man
right now. All I'm saying is Cam Newton, the gang green.
I can't even talk to this guy right now.
It's trolling, guys.
Bro, did you hear what Channing Crowder said to Cam Newton to his face on the pivot?
Nah, I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see
basically saying that he was washed up. If you look at the quotes that he said, he just straight up said to his face, basically like your time with the Panthers and the Patriots, you put yourself in a fucked up situation.
Yeah, man. I mean,
he's trash.
Yeah, he's not great. He's limited. I've always said that. I've always said he's limited. And once he lost to athleticism and never improved as a pocket passer, that's why we see what we see right now. But again, back to the Pats. Either Patricia or Judge. And then again, it's like for McDaniels, he went from being a head coach with the Broncos, didn't work out. Then he went back to the Patriots, and then everybody called him a wizard, and he's a great offensive.
Well, he was always an offensive coordinator.
But I'm just going by concept, by concept, and everybody say he's a wizard, and this and that, and then what happens? He gets another job 10 years later. So sometimes Joe Judge and Matt Patricia, are they great head coaches? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But could they be good coordinators? We'll see. Offensive coordinators. We'll see.
I love the optimism.
One thing I will say is CJ got to be the most calmest upset I've ever seen. Like he could just be like, "Yeah, I'm upset." Because
it's just you just gotta. For Pats fans, it's like you gotta understand the times that we're in. It's not we're post. This is post Brady. This is post Brady. So you gotta have patience. If this is Brady here, and it's like, yo, Joe Judge, like what the you feel me? Like Brady's like 45, and Joe Judge and Matt Patricia, the offensive coordinator. I'm like, come on, like what is this? But you got a young quarterback. You got receivers that just got here last year. It's a little different. Zach Attack
gonna ball out this season. Get that 10-7 with the sweep on the Pats, like our cousin in Buffalo will do.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I said the Bills were sweeping us, so
what will you guys do if the Jets sweep the Pats?
Nah, I'm good, bro.
It's no point.
It's not gonna happen. But what if?
Nah, I'm good for the season.
There's no point even putting myself in that type
I ain't even watching the games.
I wouldn't even go through that type of, try to play those type of hypothetical emotions. It's not. It's impossible, bro. It's just it's not
impossible.
It's not gonna happen, bro. Nah. I said maybe 2 years from now, like the way they drafted really well. I'll give you credit.
Nah, they had drafted well.
They had a pretty good last 2 drafts, but it's gonna come down to number 2 over there. It's gonna come Zach Attack. the way
Zach Attack.
I didn't even know he had a nickname until today, but it's gonna come down to that guy. I already know our guy is. Listen, he had a really good rookie season considering everything that was in front of him. So I don't know.
Second half, maybe a little nervous.
Yeah, but there's no talent, bro. Like there was no talent.
I feel you.
He was throwing the all three of us.
I am objectively pessimistic. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Shout out
except for the Yankees.
Well, yeah. Come on, bro. I've been alive 22 years. Haven't had a losing season in 27 years. I literally have not been alive with the Yankees having a losing season.
The only time we'll ever see Connie happy is when he talks about the Yankees and Aaron Judge.
Come on, bro.
Just recently the Rangers.
That's
recently
uncle.
The Rangers.
Aaron Judge is uncle right there, bro. That's my uncle.
Yeah, Judge is that guy. But I'm like I said, man.
Then who's Derek Jeter then?
It's
bro.
Not even
Pops.
That's your Pops. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Papa Jeter.
Papa Jeter.
I wish, bro. That's a lot of bread he got. He got a lot of.
He's on Twitter now. This guy's
on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that. A lot of bread.
Groundbreaking
bread.
It's doing good. But again, I want the Pats. It's confusing. Again, I understand your concern, and I'm concerned too. I'm not just like, they're going to be the greatest coordinators in the world. Like, come on, stop. Like that's absurd. But
listen, CJ, we can get into kind of a part 2 of this question almost because we talked about Mac. we had to bring up Zach Attack because Vic is smoking gangrene.
Yeah, definitely.
We talked about Trey Lance earlier. The only person we really haven't mentioned is Trevor Lawrence. So who's having that, big year 2 lead?
I'll take the bias out of it. I'll take the bias out of it, man. I'm gonna say Trevor.
Yeah,
Doug Peterson, Urban Meyer. It's like what are we talking about?
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One's got a ring on his finger. One's shoving fingers up women. There's a different level.
Big, just complete different type of level. Bro.
That's out of pocket right there.
I mean, it happened, bro. Unfortunately,
or he could have just went with one has a ring and one lost a ring.
Middle of the season.
Yeah,
missed a team flight.
Yeah,
one thing if it's in the off season, but this is middle of the season in Ohio.
Yeah, dude was wild.
What is he doing?
Wild. But they got Christian Kirk, who
definitely not
broke the receiver contract money.
He has talent. We'll see if the money and the talent equate for him in Jacksonville. I think he will have a big jump. What's that jump look like? I'm gonna say 6 wins. 6 wins, 6-11. Yeah, I don't. You're wild, bro. I like you call it me optimistic? Yeah, this guy is like his optimism is through the roof.
Smoking gangrene. Right
now. Bro, his optimism is through the roof, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville, LaVisca Chenault, Travis Etienne should be back.
James Robinson.
Yeah, I think they did. Evan Ingram. He got stone hands. But,
yeah.
Maybe it could. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he got some. Daniel Jones wasn't throwing him the ball, so it's just a little different. Maybe he figures it out. Danny Pennies. James Robinson finally getting an opportunity after Meyer didn't know what to do with him. So listen. I think Trevor Lawrence. He better make a big leap.
Number one pick,
and Zach Wilson too.
I was gonna say, you know what? I wanted to go with Trevor Lawrence, I would obviously hate it, our division, but Vic, I'll throw you an apple here, huh? The big apple, Zach. Mr. Zach Wilson. Why not? If who they went and got bro, they drafted well. I can't remember who
got Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson.
Bro, Garrett Wilson, love that. Sauce, you shutting down one side of the field. I mean,
Elijah Moore is still there.
Yeah,
they got CJ Uzomah from Cincinnati.
Solid tight end one. Because like I said, don't even know what a tight end usually is. Them and the Giants.
When's your last good tight end? What, Dustin Keller? Remember Keller?
No.
You don't. Oh yeah, y'all were kind of young back then. Damn.
Right,
so y'all never seen a good Jets.
I never seen a good tight end on the Jets in my whole life.
I've never seen a good Jets.
Damn, son, that's tough.
Couldn't tell you the last time I seen it.
I was like, what, 2010?
Tim Tebow.
Oh, that doesn't even count. And I was like, Dustin Keller was like 2010.
2011. I should remember that I was 10, but I definitely don't.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah, it's been a while.
I think Zach Wilson has the potential. Garrett Wilson, like we just talked about. Like you said, Elijah Moore. There's somebody else on that offense hey.
Michael Carter,
and then they drafted the other running back this year as well.
Breece Hall.
Bro, still tight that the Bills didn't draft him. I've been trying to get the Bills.
They got this dude. They got this dude, little brother, Dalvin Cook, James Cook. Yeah,
true. You better get that Dalvin pack.
Nah, they're already saying he's taking first team reps and all that, bro. It's just looking scary, bro.
Scary hours. Yeah, I'll go Zach Wilson. Why not? I think another year in the offense, like all these other ones. Maybe the only thing that gives me a little bit of pause with Lawrence is the fact that they changed offenses, obviously, with Peterson coming in. So that's another thing he has to learn. But obviously there won't be the distractions, and he's the number one pick for a reason. So, I'm sure he can learn. Oh, last good team was during the Favre era?
No.
You had Ryan Fitzpatrick and Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall.
Last was
I went to the
AFC,
dude.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the AFC Conference Championship game 2 years in a row with Sanchez. It's a Favre era.
With Bubble Sanchez and let's eat a goddamn snack, Rex Ryan.
Yo,
those were the days.
That was the hard. I was about to say the hard count. That was the hard knock days. Yeah, that's a classic liner from Rex Ryan.
Foot fetish Rex.
Son said, "Let's go get a goddamn snack." Yo, bro,
I still think if you like feet, you should be imprisoned. By the way, just throwing that out there.
It was cringe back then.
He got a
still cringe
tattoo or something.
Nah, he had like a jersey of Sanchez with 6 on like his shoulder or something like that. It was.
I thought.
Weird guy.
You out of pocket, bro.
Weird guy.
Anyway, Matt, who's taking a second-year leap?
I think who's taking the second-year leap? I gotta agree with CJ and say Trevor Lawrence. Look, the guy is a number 1 overall pick. Obviously, he dealt with a lot of terrible situations in Jacksonville, losing Travis Etienne in training camp, and then having to deal with one of the worst coaches ever in NFL history in Urban. Don't know where to place his fingers. Meyer. I mean, it's. When you got to deal with that, it's ridiculous. I mean, I was shocked he wasn't fired after week 4. I mean, you deal with that, and then obviously he didn't have a good season. But what are you supposed to do? I mean, I will say it was very interesting when it looked like they had Byron Leftwich as a done deal, and then they backed it at the end because they decided to roll with the bum and Trent Baalke as their GM. Like. Why would you ride with Trent Baalke as your GM when he hired Urban Meyer? When you hire Urban Meyer, that's an immediate firing on the spot. You didn't go with that. You're taking a chance on Doug Peterson. Now, Dougie P has won the Super Bowl. He's made the playoffs a couple of years. He's been there, done that. He knows how to work with some offenses. I mean, look at what he was able to help with Carson Wentz, Wentz VP before he obliterated his knee, and then what he did with Nick Foles during the playoff run was a sight to see. Hopefully he can help turn things around for Trevor Lawrence. They got some weapons to help. Like CJ mentioned, you got Chenault. You also signed Christian Kirk. You got ETN returning with James Robinson. It'll be interesting to see how they run the 2 running back set, but I think it's going to be a good leap for Trevor Lawrence. Now, do I think they'll be good? No, but I think you can improve from 3 wins to maybe 5 wins, 5 or 6 wins. I think that would be a sense of improvement.
Yeah.
I mean, they drafted pretty well this year, I thought as well. I mean,
they drafted Trayvon Walker instead of Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau. We'll see how Trayvon Walker looks because this could be a classic Jaguar moment where you draft a guy instead of you could have had blank or blank.
Right.
I mean,
hey,
hey,
I'm holding out on that one. I still think they should have went with either. I think they should have went with either Thibodeau or Hutchinson, but we'll see how Trayvon Walker looks.
So, what do you guys think about Fields and him and Eber from Chicago? I mean, yeah,
Chicago ain't going nowhere.
CJ, listen, we talk
about no line.
That's a bias.
They lost all of their veterans.
That's a biased take. They got
a guy named. They replicated a Matt and a Ryan. They replaced Ryan Pace with some other dude named Ryan, and they replaced Matt Nagy with Matt friggin' Eberflus. I probably said his name wrong, but it's come on, like what is Chicago doing?
Davis Mills.
I'm good.
Houston's also dead. Like they're just banking on the Browns being terrible because they got their draft picks.
I mean, Davis Mills isn't as bad as I thought he was. I mean, considering I had no idea who he was before the season started.
He was a dude with a draft neck.
No, I know who he is now. But I'm saying, yeah. I mean, that man was definitely eating leaves growing up. But
who's the other guy? Oh, Trey Lance. Trey Lance.
Fields. Listen, for me, Fields. I mean, bro, CJ, me and you talk about the pass wide receivers last year. The Bears might be the only team that got it worse, bro.
The only good receiver they got is Darnell Mooney, and that's it.
Yeah, he's a 2, maybe a 3.
He's all right.
So rank him.
All right, I'll go. Let's see. Are we talking about who's taking the biggest leap or ranking them based on their skill?
leap. Year two.
Leap wise. Okay.
Move better in year 2. More in year 2.
Leap wise, I'll go Trevor Lawrence. No, I'll go Zach because I said he was first. I'll go Zach, Trevor Lawrence, Mac. Who I got left?
You got Fields, Lance, and Mills.
I'll go Mills, Fields, Lance.
Fields, Lance. Okay. Matt, what about you?
I got Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones. I think you got to throw in Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, and Trey Lance. The only reason why I throw Trey Lance at number 5 is we don't know if he's going to start. I know you and CJ talked about Trey Lance earlier, but I think if you're the 49ers, you got to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. You trade all of those assets to get Trey Lance, banking on him being ready in year 2. You obviously sit him the first year, which was a great decision. Obviously, we did not expect Jimmy G and the 49ers to be in the NFC Championship game. I myself did not. It didn't help that my special teams let up 10 points, but we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, I know you did it, man.
But I mean, it's one of those to where they exceeded expectations, and now they're stuck in a pickle. Because you don't know, like you guys mentioned earlier, if you keep Jimmy, then it's kind of you still trust Trey Lance. But then if you move on from Jimmy, but Trey Lance is worse, then you kind of look at it and say, well, you could have had Jimmy G. You've made it to 2 NFC Championship games in 3 years. You made it to a Super Bowl. Like, what are you doing? So they're in a pickle. Now it could be a luxurious pickle to be in, but that's don't laugh at that.
I was just saying I'm not a fan of pickles. I think they're disgusting. I think you should be imprisoned if you like a pickle. Bro, like I had somebody at work also say, "Oh, you ever had a pickleback shot or whatever the hell it's called?"
Wait, what?
Nah.
You're supposed to like drink pickle juice and then like some whiskey or something. It's supposed to taste fire.
No, that's disgusting.
I said, bro, the minute you said pickle juice, I'm gone. Out of there. Call me Wheezy.
Nah, yeah, I never had that before. Nah.
No,
but I got it. I got Lawrence. I mean, honestly, subjectively, Mac.
I got Mac.
Yeah. I got Mac, Trevor, Zach. I'll say Lance, Zach, Fields, and then Mills.
Here's one thing I will say. If Trey Lance is the starter week 1, I'll have him at number 3. Because I truly think if he does start, he could be one of the best QBs in that draft. Just because of how the team is set up and the kind of weapons that they have. I'll only put Lance at 3 if he's a starter week 1. If he's not a starter week 1, the Niners are in trouble. And 2, that'll just...
See, I can't put Mac there because I think this is almost as best as he gets. I really don't know how much better he gets.
It's tough.
You know how I feel about the Lego man.
So what? So
is he like the young Jimmy Garoppolo?
I think Mac is a consistent 25-12 quarterback. 20. His best season ever is like 32 and 6.
32-6 is a amazing season, bro.
No, that'll be his best season ever, and I don't know when it'll happen, but it won't be soon. I think he's a consistent 25-30 and 12-14.
Hey, could you imagine the hilarity if Mac Jones actually does have 32 touchdowns and 6 picks this year?
I mean, hey,
I can see it.
I'm start playing the lotto.
I can see it.
Well, CJ, you know what I want to see? This little
yes, sir.
Little trivia.
Let's go.
Man, CJ texted me today talking about, I got some trivia for you. I said, oh, okay. Mr. Jeopardy host over here almost was Aaron Rodgers, but you know.
Decided to come back to the field. Yeah, we got some little mini camp trivia. 12 teams reported this week, but we just want to only cover 6. for today's episode. Next week, we'll keep it consistent and keep it going. I'm gonna start with the Lions. I'm gonna start with you, Connie. Multiple choice.
Okay.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat, man. Don't cheat.
Oh, look at this right here. Ready?
All right, that's great. That's what I want to see right there. All right. How many times did Barry Sanders make the Pro Bowl in his career? We got A, 10, B, 9, C, 8, D, 7.
Can I have a hint of how many years he played?
Okay, he played 10 years.
10 years, and my options were
10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah.
I'm going to go with 8.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right. You're incorrect. Matt, you want to take a stab at it without looking at your phone?
without looking at my phone, I would guess
scored.
9.
You would guess 9? Okay. You were also incorrect. It was 10. The answer is 10.
Let me guess, because he played 10 years, he made the Pro Bowl every year?
He made the Pro Bowl every single year he was in the NFL.
Connie, you should have went with the hint that CJ gave. I thought you were going to say, like, oh, he might be a dead giveaway. But then again, I was dumb.
All right.
I mean, he was goated.
Here's a Packers question for Wise Cheese.
Get this right, you wild freak.
You don't get this right, you wild. Word. Super Bowl 45, 2011.
Okay.
Who had the most receiving touchdowns in that game? We got A, Jordy Nelson, B, Mike Wallace, C, Greg Jennings, or D, Hines Ward.
I'm going to say C, Greg Jennings.
You are correct. Greg Jennings,
of course, because I know he had that sick catch over Ryan Clark in the end zone before he got pummeled. Then he got the wide open Tampa 2 slant, I think. Then he got the tutty.
This man calling out coverages and shit.
Greg Jennings had 4 receptions, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jordy Nelson, 9 receptions, $140, 1 touchdown in that Super Bowl win. All right, Connie, Colts question right here. How many head coaches did Peyton Manning make it to the Super Bowl with? Extra credit if you can name all the head coaches after. We got A.
Wait, is this in his career or like
in his career? In his career.
Okay.
Oh, I know this one's too easy.
We got A, 5, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 2.
How many head coaches did he go to the Super Bowl with?
Yeah. Go to the Super Bowl with. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's only been in the Super Bowl 3 times.
You tell me, man.
I know he's been in the Super Bowl.
He's been to 4.
Yo, bro, what's up, man? Yeah, you're not supposed to help the guy. Yeah, what's up?
But it's common logic. He said 3.
Common logic is not helping him, man.
He won 2. He won 2.
Yeah.
Who the fuck did he lose twice to? He lost to the Saints and then he lost to somebody else?
Seahawks.
Right.
Oh, shit. I forgot that existed.
So the answer is C, 4, thanks to your lifeline.
Yeah.
Matt,
I really forgot the Seahawks existed.
I can name the head coaches. I won't tell Connie, but I can name it.
No, let Connie name. Can you name the head coaches? Now you know it's 4.
It's got. I
can't name me 2?
I assume one's Tony Dungy.
Okay.
John Fox has to be one of them.
Yep.
Hold on.
2015 and then 09. Who were those 2 head coaches?
Jim Caldwell.
09.
Who the 2015. I'm trying to think of these Bronco coaches. See, I got it. It's not why I really wanted to say Vic Fangio for a reason. I'm on crack.
Not Fangio.
Garrett Kubiak.
There you go. Those are the 4 head coaches, 2 and 2 in the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning.
I really forgot about that Seahawk one.
Yeah.
Well, no, why? Because that's like the only. That's like the only Super Bowl I did not really watch. I remember because I was at my friend's house. The first play of the game, that touchdown,
Right.
we barely
Over
even
the
watched it because they're not football. They weren't football fans. And I thought we were going there for a Super Bowl party. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to watch the bowl. And they're like, oh, no, okay. That's why I hate Super Bowl parties. I'm
You're
trying
just
to
like,
watch the
excuse
game,
me?
bro.
All right, we got Matt right here. Raider question. Who was the first player to rack up more than 10,000 career receiving yards as a Raider? We got A, Fred Biletnikoff, B, Tim Brown, C, Cliff Branch, or D, Marcus Allen?
I mean, it's tough.
Ted DiBiase, final answer.
Ted DiBiase, I'm crying.
$1 million man?
Is it Fred Biletnikoff?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You are incorrect. Connie, do you want to try?
What was it Tim Brown?
It is Tim Brown.
Damn
Yes. Tim Brown.
I knew it was either one of the two, but I'm just like, I knew Biletnikoff was named after like a college best receiver in college. So
I was gonna guess Biletnikoff, so I would have technically gotten it right because once Matt guessed it, that was off the books, and I would have guessed Brown next. So,
dude, I was the same thing. I'm just like, it's 50-50. It's either a receiver award or Tim Brown.
All right. Rams question. I'm gonna actually throw this one to Matt first because the last question is a Patriot question. I'm gonna see if we can get that one. Super Bowl 34. Remember that iconic play? Titans, Kevin Dyson on the 1 yard line. Who was the guy that tackled Kevin Dyson? Is it A, Kevin Carter, B, Mike Jones, C, Billy Jenkins, or D, London Fletcher?
I'm gonna say Mike Jones.
That is correct.
Damn, that's right. Wow, I would have actually gotten that right. Holy shit.
That is correct. Mike Jones was the guy.
The only reason why I know that is because when you listen to it, you hear Al Michaels say a tackle by Mike Jones.
Tackle by Mike Jones. Exactly.
I feel like I gotta get this Patriot one right now. I'm all nervous and stuff. I got anxiety. My knees are weak. My palms are sweaty.
You got vomit on your sweater already?
Can't confirm.
Mom spaghetti?
Weak. All right, last one. Patriot question. What was the Patriots' record in Belichick's first season with the team? Is it A, 7-9, B, 10-6, C, 8-8, or D, 5-11?
D.
That is correct.
They were trash.
They were 5-11. Kraft was almost out the door, and then the rest is history. They get
Bill almost fired. Who's the dude that's always on Colin Cowherd's show? That God, Mangini. I remember Mangini said that they were all packing their stuff after the second week of the season. They thought they were all fired.
Yes, sir. They went 5-11 year after. Rest is history, man.
And they thought that they were all getting fired before Brady came in. 90-10 Brady. That's all I'm saying. 90-10.
That's a debate for another day.
I mean, hey, listen, you know what I mean?
That's little mini camp trivia for you guys. Next week for listeners, hardcore listeners, cover 6 more teams and see if we can get it right, man. See if we know our football history or get our football knowledge.
I like that.
I'm still shocked that I was able. If I was given the Colts question, I actually knew that one.
I just totally forgot about that Super Bowl. Like I knew he lost to the Saints, and then the 2 he won. But
you got the coaches right, which is good.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought Connie was dead after the 2. I'm just like, I know this one. Let's see if he gets it.
That was wow. I really just never clicked in my head that he played the Seahawks. All right, CJ, you wanna go through these betting odds? You want to save? Oh, no, we can't even save it for next week. I won't even be here, so we're gonna go through it.
Yeah, right.
I lied. All right, let's share the screen real quick. Let's go down over here. We'll go to here. We'll click share, and then bang. By the way, you see what I'm on right now. Shout out my bookie. Use code USM100. 100% sign-up bonus, aka you basically double your first deposit. I believe it's up to $100 as well. So make sure you slide on over there, make a little few bets. Also, if you want to go over Underdog Fantasy, use code Gen Z to double your first deposit as well. no problem. Get you a little extra bread, a little extra, cinnamon swirl, maybe a nice Italian roll, maybe a little extra milk, whole, big milk guy. Big milk guy, by the way.
What milk you drink? Is it whole, 2%, 1%, or fat free?
Listen, I'll drink anything but fat free because fat free is literally water and it's disgusting. Although I do like water, but not milk flavored water. Anyway, let's get into the AFC East here. No, I'm telling you, fat free milk is disgusting, bro.
It's not that bad. What are you talking about?
I would literally rather go outside and drink puddle water. AFC East, Bills, heavy favorites here. Heavy favorites. Minus 225. Dolphins next up with 450. Then the Patriots 550. Jets, sorry, Vic, plus 2,200.
Sheesh.
I mean, yeah. Listen, Vic, you're so confident. You should throw a rack. Throw a rack. Show me something.
I mean, hey, there's always a stat from worst to first.
Send me that slip if you throw a rack on the Jets winning the division.
No, listen.
Throw me that ticket
CJ,
slip.
Just throw me the rack instead because you're wasting the money anyway.
Because
or at least you waste it to a good cause. Waste it to a good cause. I'll be real. These AFC East, I think is fair. I think this is how it goes.
Matt, what you think?
I would say it's pretty much the same. The only thing I would flip is the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Smart man.
I just there's still an unknown with Tua turned the ball over, and then Mike Daniels.
Bro,
I mean, Mike Daniels is one of those coaches. He's 50-50. He's either a guy that's going to look like Adam Gase on crack and flop, or he could be the next big thing. Like, there is no in between whatsoever. It reminds me of Dan Campbell when in his press conference he said biting kneecaps. I'm just like, all right, so this coach is either going to do well or we'll have 3 wins. Sadly, he only had 3 wins.
Yeah, I'm switching to it. I mean, look at the hat I got on. I'm switching New England. Switching New England and Miami. It's pretty obvious. Make some valid points.
Yo, CJ, show me something. Why don't you switch the Pats and the Bills?
Nah. I gotta keep it real.
I was gonna say you gotta say that.
I gotta see the game. I gotta see how the games are played first. But right now, I mean, Tua. I like Tua's calm. He's calm, man. I'm not as my fault. I was watching the Ranger game, guys. My bad. I'm not as off on Tua as most people are. But he has these weapons. He has a plethora of weapons right now. I mean, you got Cheetah, Waddle, Gesicki. I'm forgetting that. I'm blanking on the running. Cedric Wilson as a number 3. Yeah, it's
Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, that was
Myles
the guy.
Gaskin's
still there.
Mostert.
Yeah, so they got some weapons, man. So there's no excuses for this guy. But I'm still going with Mac, Bill, and the guys for number two in that division.
All right, let's go to the North now. This is where nobody knows what's going on.
All right,
but I will say the Browns plus 185, kind of crazy especially because we don't know if Deshaun Watson's even gonna be in street clothes after what's going on. I would put a lot of money on the Bengals, bro. Plus 200. I might throw a little something down. On the Bengals win that division. Improve the offensive line. Honestly, I'll switch this whole shit around. Besides the Steelers, I'm going Bengals, Ravens, Browns.
Okay, Matt, what about you?
I'm going different. I'd throw some money on the Ravens. Give me healthy Lamar, healthy J.K. Dobbins. Did you see what he did to his trainer? Put him in a body bag with the stiff arm.
I saw that.
I'm going Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to be the division winners. I think the Bengals are going to be second. And this may be a hot take, but I'm going Steelers third. I'm going Browns last. The Browns are in an utter disaster. We don't know what's going to happen with we don't know what's happening with Bill Cosby at that quarterback. Baker Mayfield does not want to be there. That relationship is pretty much severed. There's no repairing it. I know I've made a case of, hey, maybe if Deshaun Watson is suspended for like 6 to 8 games, maybe Baker Mayfield can play for them. But Baker Mayfield may say, nah, fuck you guys. You got Brissett. You're good.
He would never do that anyway.
I'll take my 18 million and sit.
Yeah, he would never do that. He would never play.
Yeah, like that relationship is pretty much severed.
For sure.
And then for the Steelers,
Thanks.
the Steelers are not good enough to win the division. That's obvious. Because I mean, when you got Trubisky as your quarterback, I'm sorry, that ain't cutting it.
You don't believe in Kenny Two Gloves?
Kenny Two Gloves, no. The only Two Gloves is Teddy Bridgewater.
Pickett.
Burger King hands.
I don't trust Baby Hands Pickett. Not yet. He's a rookie.
Nah, Mr. Steal Your Girl better go crazy. I can feel it. Oh wait, no, CJ, you didn't give us yours.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati. Yeah, but this, I mean, I don't know what's going on.
There's always a Super Bowl hangover. Remember that.
Yeah, that's
no matter
true.
If you win or lose, there's always a steep drop off.
That's true, but I just feel like
Unless
they have more.
If you're the pass with Brady, they just stay afloat.
They still have more talent on the outside than Baltimore, so that's why I trust them more.
By a mile,
yeah, for sure, by a mile. And then, I go Cincinnati, Baltimore. I'll say Browns for now, even though everything's up in the air, but with this guy, and then Pittsburgh.
Valid. All right, we move on to the South. We got the Colts, Titans, Jags, Texans. I think this is perfect. Absolutely stunning job by the odds makers here.
That's flawless.
Flawless. Who's the number one receiver on the Colts?
Michael Pittman Jr.
Okay, it's a lock.
That he is, or that the Colts win the division?
No, he's going to be a lock, number one wide receiver.
No,
he won last year.
Okay.
Here's one thing I will say. If the Colts do not win the division, Frank Reich is going to get fired.
Oh, no, for sure.
If you can't win a division with 7 Pro Bowlers and Matty Ice, you got to go.
Well, although I did just see today that Darius Leonard had back surgery, so he's going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah, but still, 6 Pro Bowlers. My bad, not 7.
I'm just saying that's the leader of the defense over there. Middle linebacker, he wears the cap and helmet.
Think about it like this: the only team that's going to be competitive is Tennessee, and they traded their best weapon in almost their history in AJ Brown because they decided to pay bum-ass Tannehill. And all you're literally preying on is King Henry, even though his body is pretty much worn down.
They're preying on Malik Willis.
Yeah, but that'll be in like 2 years.
Yeah, that'll be
because you can't move on from Tannehill right now because of all that dead money.
Yeah, next year they can move on from. But right now, it's
so are you saying this isn't flawless?
No, yeah, I'm just saying because I have the same, but I think the Colts. I mean, it's a big year for Michael Pittman. I mean, you guys saying he's gonna be the number one guy. So, what do you guys expecting? Like what? 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards.
See, I don't know if I expect that just because I know that they're still a run-heavy offensive team. Like if he
needs to get 7 to 8 touchdowns.
If he got me like 10, 50, and 7 touchdowns, I'd be like, all right, that's good enough.
Well, Matt Ryan is a quarterback.
Yeah, but I know I would. Don't get me wrong. I would like more, but with Jonathan Taylor there.
Right.
Now here's one thing I will say.
Bro. Like, get out of the way.
One thing I will say is last time the Indianapolis Colts had a high 30-year-old quarterback, his name was Phillip Rivers, and they won 11 games. Matt Ryan is up there in his high 30s.
Still the worst throwing motion in the NFL history. We move on, though, to the AFC West. Ooh, this is a mess.
Yeah,
this is a mess.
What y'all got?
I still think this – oh, my God. Anthony Rizzo just hit a dinger, as he should.
Let's go, Riz.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you, bro, and I'm not going to be wrong this year. I'm not. Whoa. What does that say right there? Why did I just scroll past early division pick Jacksonville Jaguars? Excuse me?
Yeah, that's wild. This is post-draft.
That's on crack.
We're smoking dust.
I mean, they're expecting Trevor to be like top 10
out of pocket.
No, look at the AFC West.
AFC West, I agree with this first statement. A throw a dart division, I agree. But I was about to say San Diego, those Los Angeles Chargers, baby, plus 225. I'll take it all the way. I'm telling you, I think the Chiefs are a little bit worse because they don't have Tyreek. They lose the Honey Badger. They replace him, obviously, but they still lose him. He's a very good player. I think you can focus everything on Kelsey now instead of having to worry about Kelsey and Hill. And, I mean, the Chargers just got better. And, I mean, bro, they added I can't think.
CJ. They added J.C. Jackson.
Thank you. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I think meant Chiefs.
Added Khalil
I literally
Mack.
could not think about J.C. Jackson for a quick second. They added J.C. Jackson. They got Khalil Mack. Jordan James is going to stay healthy this year because I want.
Oh, you better knock on some wood, my friend. That dude is Mr.
Nah, I'm not
Glass.
even knocking on wood. That's how confident I am. Knock on wood if you're with me, you know. We got Bosa, Herbert, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eck. I mean, bro, you make a Pro Bowl team with the Chargers. Like, give me the Chargers. I'll say give me the Chiefs because I'm respectful, but I really want to put the Broncos second because I believe. But I'll put the Chiefs second, Broncos, and then the Raiders. And the Raiders still might win 10 games.
Okay. Matt, what do you think?
I think the list is perfect. I still think the Chiefs are going to win the division. They're going to find a way. I don't know how they're going to do it, but somehow, some way, the Chargers are going to hiccup.
Rojo as their running back. It's a good back.
Yeah, he's a good back. He's still got Clyde Edwards-Helaire as well. But the Chargers always choke. They could have beat the Texans last year and they failed miserably. They literally could have tied against the Raiders. But analytics, Brandon Staley had to not tie it.
You really think they was going to tie that game, bro?
No, of course not. You weren't going to tie the game.
Okay. I think they were.
But you literally could have beaten the Texans to avoid the situation in general.
I think they were going to go for the tie.
That sounds much better than we're just going to sit here and tie the game in the last game of the season.
But the Raider coach came out and was like, bro.
Yeah, because they won. Of course he's going to say that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out. It definitely changed our approach, he said.
Cat.
Yeah, I love me some Rick Bisaccia though. Gonna make the Packers special teams great again.
That's like throwing salt on the wound on the Chargers because they couldn't beat them. That's just media finagling right there, bro.
It's a valid point.
Yeah, and because I just think the Chargers are going to find a way to hiccup. They always seem to lose to Kansas City. Just when you think they're going to get it done.
Well, they split last year.
They split last year, but they barely won the first game, and they choked away the second game. They literally choked away on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then for the Denver Broncos, you look at it. Yeah, you got Russ, and I mean that dude looked interesting on the green screen, just sitting there by himself saying, "Let's ride." Yeah, let's ride for 6 weeks and then burn off because that's a let Russ cook experiment. That's literally all it is. And also, when you think about it, is the Broncos O-line as good as the Seahawks O-line?
It's better.
TBD, barely.
Bro, did you not watch a Seahawks game in your life?
Well, I mean, the Seahawks O-line was terrible, but the Broncos O-line is a little bit better. Like the Seahawks O-line is the worst, and then he probably upgraded to like middle of the pack.
Yeah, middle pack. Yeah, I'll take that.
Middle of the pack from 32nd is crazy.
It's crazy. But
would you rather have?
That's like a second and a half for us. More time in the pocket.
Yeah, it's a second and a half for us, but you also got Nathaniel Hackett as their head coach. Now, he's a great offensive coordinator for Green Bay. I love his time there.
How do we know that?
But we do not know how he's going to be as a head coach.
Right.
It's the same thing how I feel about Mike Daniels in Miami. We have no idea how good he's going to be as a head coach.
Yep.
Now, does it help Nathaniel Hackett that he's got Russell Wilson? You bet your ass it does.
And that's just hating because you go from Rodgers to Russell Wilson. It's not too bad of a drop off because you still got a Hall of Fame quarterback. But there's still some unknowns with Denver. Now, can they make the playoffs? You better.
if you don't make the playoffs with Russell Wilson, I'm sorry, John Elway, you got to get out of there.
So you're saying all these teams make the playoffs?
No.
So who misses the playoffs out of this?
Three of them. Raiders.
Okay.
Raiders are gonna miss the playoffs easily.
Easily.
Like you look at between the three teams, the Chargers are probably the best team that'll be a wild card team. They'll probably be like a 5th place team. And then the Broncos are probably going to be 6 or 7. And then I'll probably have to look at the rest to see how the rest of the AFC looks, but you probably got to throw in like Cincinnati in there as like the final team.
Cincinnati's winning the division, so
Yeah, I got Cincinnati.
Either Cincinnati or Baltimore. Whoever is second in the AFC North is going to make the playoffs. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And then you got the Raiders in last place. And hey, Adams, get your bread, but you're missing out on some division titles, my friend. You could be all buddy up with Derek Carr, but you could have had a Hall of Famer. Instead, you're stuck with Sid from Toy Story.
Ha.
But hey, you do you, Adams. You do you.
Wanted the
But
bread.
you went from first in the division to worse. That's a downgrade. But I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with Vegas, unless if you're Henry Ruggs.
Savage.
nah, bro.
But yeah, in all honesty, the AFC West looks like a great list. If anything, maybe switch the Chargers with the Chiefs. If I had a switch. But
Yeah, I
other
got-
than that. That's pretty much it.
I got I got to go with the Chiefs for right now. I mean, I guess that's a safe pick. And then I'm gonna say Raiders, Broncos, Chargers. It's gonna be close. It's just the Chargers. Obviously, Herbert's second best quarterback.
Wait a minute, you say Chargers 4th?
I say Chargers 4th. Yeah,
What?
yeah, because we just gotta. I like the Raider team, man. I mean, they had a pretty good offseason too.
All right, Josh McDaniels homer.
No, I'm not a. You can check the episodes last year. We bashed him on the paper. He was on the Patriots play caller, bro. Not a homer at all. But I mean, they made the playoffs last year with Steve Bisciotti as their interim head coach.
Did you say Steve Bisaccia? It's
What's his name?
Rick Bisaccia.
Oh, Rick.
Steve Ballmer, Steve Bisaccia, you know.
Steve Bisaccia.
Whoever with the special teams guy as their head coach. I like their team. Man. Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfro. I mean,
Keenan Allen, Austin
Yeah.
Eckler, Justin Herbert. Like,
I mean, it's gonna be a close division. I'm not saying like
I can't wait to watch this division, bro.
I'm not saying they're gonna be light years. I just think the Raiders, just the Chargers, man. They always when they want to win when they're supposed to win these games that there's teams they're supposed to beat, they always lose. We've seen this for like even during the Philippines.
New era. It's a new era.
And it happened last year. I mean, with Herbert.
Nah, new era.
Yeah, didn't also the Chargers literally go from 8-3 to 9-8?
I have I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but
Yeah, I think they did.
I just know like when they're supposed to beat teams, just something just happens and they lose. Raiders, Josh Jacobs was out for a lot of those games last year. I think Medeiros going to run the football.
Darren Waller barely played.
Darren Waller missed some time. They got Max Crosby
on my fantasy team.
They got Max Crosby on extension. Chandler Jones. They're a good team too, man.
Chandler Jones, Jesus,
They're a good team as well, man.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, so it's going to be close, but I got the Raiders third and I got the Chargers last.
All right, we move on then to what was once known as the NFC least, and probably still is. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it still is.
the Cowboys favored to win, Eagles next, followed by the Commanders, which is disgusting because, I mean, come on, bro. They have Washington, D.C. So I don't know why they're that low. And then the Giants are plus 800, which with Danny Petty.
Man, I thought you were gonna say Commander Wentz.
No, Washington, D.C., bro.
Wentz.
Right down Pennsylvania Avenue.
No, Wentz-Annapolis was still the smoothest nickname of all time. It's a shame that he moved out from Indianapolis, but that was the smoothest nickname of all time. Maybe Wentz Philadelphia, but Wentz-Annapolis was the top.
Washington, D.C. has a nice ring, sitting right on top of the Lincoln Monument.
I know Connie's throwing money on the Commanders just because of Washington, D.C.
I will not be. I will be throwing money on the Eagles though, because I think the Cowboys are going to be a lot worse this year. I think the Eagles obviously got better. I mean, you got AJ Brown and another year of Jalen Hurts to get good in the offense, and then give me the Commanders second, bro. Yeah, that's right. Give me the Commanders second,
All right.
and then the Cowboys.
You gotta be trolling.
Nah, I'm dead ass right now.
Wow.
You got Commanders.
You better not have the Giants at third.
You got Washington D.C. right down there, Wentz Avenue, and then
Pennsylvania Ave.
Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's what I'm talking. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at this whole time, and I couldn't remember the actual thing. Pennsylvania Avenue.
Scary
Throwing
Terry.
it right to Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry. Then you got
Chase Young.
Curtis Samuel. Then they drafted a wide receiver. You got Antonio Gibson over there. You got is it J.D. McKissick, right?
Yeah. I think they still got J.D. McKissick.
Still got. I thought he moved on.
Nah, I remember he was going to the Bills, and he came back. Then he was going to the Bills again. Then he came back again. You're gonna have Chase Young. I mean, bro, I'm telling you, Commanders second place. Cowboys falling. They got Dak Prescott with no Amari Cooper. Have you seen his stats before they got Amari Cooper? Minimum. So yeah, that's how it's gonna go.
Matt.
All right. I think it's going to stay the same. I know the Cowboys have regressed badly. They're down bad right now. But I still think they can find a way to win it. Mike McCarthy, sometimes I call him Big Mac, but he did a lot of great things at Green Bay, like win a Super Bowl. But he's going to find a way to win the division because he's on the hot seat.
Is he? I mean, J.C. Garrett got like 11 years. He was mid for like a decade.
11 years.
Well, you see, Jason Garrett was buddy with Jerry Jones. But Mike McCarthy isn't that. And I think he's going to find a win the division. I think for the Eagles, they're a good second place team. I mean, with A.J. Brown, it was a great trade for them. But how A.J. Brown is going to look with Jalen Hurts is kind of TBD. We'll see. I mean, obviously, he had to deal with Ryan Tannehill. But he did put up some good numbers with Tannehill. So we'll see what happens there.
Derrick Henry running that football too, man. A lot of one-on-ones on the outside.
Certainly helps.
A lot of one-on-ones there. But I do think for the Eagles, they're going to stay the same. They won 9 games just this past season. I would not be shocked if they won 9+ games again. Because you look at Nick Sirianni, he showed that he's a decent coach. He started out slow, but he started to get things grooving. Jalen Hurts is going to improve. But the Cowboys, they're still the class of the NFC least. And then you look at the Washington Commanders, and it's just I had trust in Washington, D.C., but after that pathetic performance in Clown Town, I got no faith in him. The man had a 4.4 QBR against the sadless Jaguars. How do you have a 4.4 rating when you have Jonathan Taylor as your running back? How?
Hey, Bills lost to him too.
Yeah, but Josh Allen clearly was better than Josh Allen that day.
I don't know. Josh Allen threw like 3 picks that game.
Yeah, but Josh Allen got a strip sack fumble and like a pick 6. That Josh Allen was the better Josh Allen that day.
Exactly. See?
Yeah, but then like for the Commanders, hey, the bread man scored. That's something.
I'm about to see it right now. Yeah, a little delayed.
Yeah, so I got the Commanders third. I mean, hey, if Washington, D.C. does good, then yeah, they might have a chance to win the division. But I just don't know. Snyder needs to sell the team though, ASAP.
Yeah, that's coming to it. That's coming to an end.
And then for the New York Giants, it's just I mean, I know the nickname is Danny Dimes, but Connie put it perfectly. He's Danny Pennies. Like, what are we doing? And then also, like, when you look at it, like, Kenny Golladay, explain to me how you scored no touchdowns this past year. Like, he literally had as many touchdowns as me. And I'm sitting in my room talking sports and watching the Rangers and Lightning. And I had as many touchdowns as you did. How is that possible? How do you get worse
Had more
from
yards though.
Detroit to New York? You're supposed to thrive when you leave Detroit, not regress.
Because we went from Matt Stafford, Daniel Jones. That's why.
Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But still, you couldn't get a touchdown? Not even one?
I would go Judge.
I hear you.
Like, what are we doing? And
Joe
then on
Judge
top,
out here,
and then on top of that, Kadarius Toney. Like, what is that guy doing?
Terrible.
Like, exactly, like Charles Barkley would say, terrible. And then when you think about like Saquon, yeah, he's gonna give out by like week 3. Like what are we talking about? Like Saquon, like if he stays healthy for more than 4 weeks, that's a successful season for the Giants.
Sure.
Just being honest. Now, I know they hired Brian Daboll. I know they got a new GM, basically trying to replicate the Buffalo Bills. But the Giants are a complete mess. Yes, they drafted Thibodeau. Yes, they drafted Evan Neal, which somehow they luckily fell to them at 5-7.
It's not a penalty, though.
But it's just ones where like you hope the Giants improve, but then again they sold their season ticket fans medium drinks. How the hell do you sell season ticket holders medium soda? Like you couldn't even get them a large.
Smell like for you, man.
Worst thing.
That's Dave Gettleman. That's not MetLife. I still can't believe that dude was able to retire.
That's not a Mara thing?
Nah, it is.
I mean, it could be Mara too. It's one of them.
Yeah, it got to be Mara thing. Yeah.
One of the worst stadiums in the NFL. That's what happened.
But it's the Giants. I mean, you hope they make some progress, but they're probably going to be a 4th place team. Danny Pennies is probably going to be out of town. Saquon Barkley is probably going to be injured by week 5, just like Christian McCaffrey. I mean, Saquad is probably dead. I'd rather prefer the Quad Father and A.J. Dillon over Saquad, but, you know, that's a story for another day.
Homer.
Yeah, I don't care. If you compare the quad size, you know, Quad Father is right up there, and he might put up the same, if not better, stats.
I'm just not looking at other man's quads. But I got.
Hey, I'm not either. I'm not either. Twitter has it. You can see the proof.
Twitter did it. Facts. It's on Twitter. I got the
I would
Eagles.
never judge another man's quads, but on Twitter it's there.
But all he's saying is he wouldn't judge him, but if it's on Twitter, he's still looking. Anyway, CJ, go ahead.
Fair enough.
Damn, man. I came back on that one.
I got the Eagles, numero uno, like what they did this offseason. A.J. Brown.
Don't sleep on Jordan Davis, too.
Oh, yeah.
Tackle out of Georgia, pairing him up with Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, that's a nice D-line. That's a nice D-line right there. Brandon Graham coming back after the torn pec. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be really good. Nakobe Dean, middle linebacker. I got Philly 1. I got Dallas 2. I mean, this Commander stuff is insane.
Come on, bro. Get on the train.
I think the Cowboys, they're still a good team. I think Zeke has a better year. I mean, he had a torn MCL last year. Played through the entire thing. So, you know, he got some toughness. I think he bounces back. It's not going to be 2016 Zeke, obviously not, because it's too much miles on his body. But I think he'll be much better than what he was last year if he stays healthy. The defense, they lost Randy Gregory. That was a weird situation there. He goes to Denver. It's like, again, that just adds to that Bronco case. But I think Trevon Diggs gets better. Hopefully he needs to improve as a coverage DB. He has the hands, but if you get the coverage now, he could be elite. Because he knows he has the ability to turn the ball over.
Yeah, maybe he can get rid of Connie's nickname of Trey Mid.
Definitely not.
I think Micah Parsons is going to get that Defensive Player of the Year candidacy. He's going to be right up there. It's going to have a big year. Second year in the league. So yeah, I mean, and then I got Commanders 3rd. I think they have more talent than the Giants. Carson, to me, this is it. This is it, man. If he doesn't get it together here, it's easy. He's a backup for the rest of the time, and it's going to be a clipboard holder. I think he's going to be a clipboard holder. It's just everywhere he goes, you know, the team is just like Irsay is just blasting him, bro. I never heard an owner come out and say something like that about a player like that before. I mean, he was just throwing like
Nah,
calm, Devin Haney jabs. Like it was crazy. It was crazy, bro. He was wilding on him. But so yeah, he's for somebody to say that about the quarterback and intangible, he's supposed to be the leader, supposed to be the guy. We'll see what happens, man. They have talent. I mean, they won a Division 2 years ago. I like their team, but I don't have belief in their quarterback.
The only reason why they won the division was because everybody was so bad.
No, yeah, they were bad. They were bad, but I'm saying they still have a lot of talent on that team. So,
they had Taylor Heineke.
Go.
No, I'm talking about everybody else on the team. So, I'm talking about Antonio Gibson, Samuels, McLaurin, Logan Thomas coming back after the torn ACL, Chase Young coming back after the torn ACL, Sweat, all those guys. So yeah, they have it's going to be a close division like it always is. They always compete. Is it because they're all mid to dirt? Yeah, that's probably why it's competitive. But it's still solid football that you get to see. And then the Giants, yeah, I just Daniel Jones just don't see it, man. I don't see it. Did you
say Derek Jones?
I said Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Yes,
you scared me for a second. I thought you said Derek Jones. I'm just like, come on, CJ, this ain't count the bucket.
No. Daniel Jones. He got calm talent, but it's the turnover. It's just too much. Turns the ball over way too much. Saquon's injuries. It's tough.
No, I still like the nickname of Danny Pennies. I would never thought of that.
Danny Pennies, yeah.
That's a new code now. Who needs Danny Dimes? Just that Danny Pennies.
It's like when Mr. Crab was rubbing the pennies together in SpongeBob. So. I think we all agree here with the NFC North.
I'd flip one thing. Flip the Lions and the Bears.
I can agree with that.
But
I mean, it's not really flipped though because they're both plus 1,000. So that's kind of just where they lined up.
I'd rather trust Motor City Dan Campbell than Matt Eberflus.
I want to see if Jameson Williams could come back. I want to see how he plays, man. I'll switch it, but for right now, I like Chicago. I'll take Chicago third right now. But if Jameson Williams comes back and after the torn ACL and he plays has a Jamar Chase kind of year, even though obviously Goff is pretty much dirty.
Maybe the Lions will win 5 games.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to be I'm not saying they're going to be this great team, but I think next year when they get the right quarterback, they'll be pretty good. But DeAndre Swift's pretty good.
Bryce Young to Detroit.
All right. The South, I mean, come on, bro. Easy money. Not even you don't got to talk about this, right? I mean, come on.
Well, let's see what the betting odds have.
I mean,
if it ain't Bucks Saints, all right.
Yeah, it's Bucks Saints, of course.
Come on, Matt. You're not watching the screen, guy?
Oh yeah, of course I am.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
That's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
Falcons, I think.
I put a mortgage payment down on the Bucks winning this division.
Falcons are an interesting team.
Hey, maybe Ridley should throw some money on the Bucks instead of the Falcons.
I mean,
Falcons. Right. I think next year Falcons are going to be good. They're going to be good. They get the right quarterback in there. They got some talent. Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They got some guys.
Zero faith in that bozo Marcus Mariota, by the way. Zero. Trash.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Mariota. We'll see what happens with Desmond Ridder. From DoorDash to NFL quarterback.
DoorDash to NFL.
I see that commercial every day. So it just stings in my head now. But he could be a guy. We'll see. He has to develop. Maybe a year under his belt, he could get right. But yeah, this is Tom coming back. Obviously changes everything. I like
Ridder. Me this.
Don't sleep on the Saints, man.
Saints quarterback.
Nah, bro.
I have no idea.
Hibernating.
I have no idea.
You're hibernating on Jameis Winston?
Yes, hibernation.
Nah, bro. I mean, listen. They're what 4-0 against Tom in the regular season. So
man, what about all the other games?
Nah, here's one thing I will say.
Before Jameis got hurt, they were what?
Nah, I will die on this hill. If Jameis never got hurt last year, the Saints would have made the playoffs and the Eagles would have missed. They were 5-2 before Jameis got hurt.
That ain't rocket science.
They get Michael Thomas back, Kamara, Jarvis Landry.
They got Chris Olave too.
I forgot, Chris Olave. Yeah, I like that team, man. Team looks good defensively. Got Honey Badger.
Hibernation.
It looked good. I mean, hey, listen, bro. They got Tampa's number though.
They got the LSU connection too. Like it's there.
Yeah, exactly. So But
Well,
still,
they're obviously not winning the division. I can tell you that. That's the Bucks division.
All in all,
second place.
Tampa got it. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. NFC West. I mean, I feel like this ain't that difficult either.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same.
Actually,
no, you cannot flip the Cardinals on the Seahawks unless
no,
Murray ain't playing.
I might flip the Cardinals and the 49ers, bro. I don't even know if Trey Lance can play in the NFL.
No,
I don't think it matters.
I still trust the Niners. I still trust the Niners with their defense.
I think the Niners have a better team overall.
Yeah, and they got a better coach. Like, yeah, Kyle Shanahan may choke in the playoffs, but Cliff Kingsbury falls off a cliff during the season.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Well, like I've never seen a coach fail his way to success like Cliff Kingsbury did. He was terrible in college, below 500. He talks to McVay in the same breath code. Gets the head coaching job for the Cardinals. In the last 2 years, they're literally 5-2 and 7-0. They go from 5-2 to 8-8, miss the playoffs. They go from 7-0, and just like AJ Green's controller disconnecting against the Packers, they disconnect the rest of the season and lose 6 of the last 10 games, and then get absolutely obliterated by the Rams. And then somehow he gets a 6-year extension.
Nah, obliterated.
Like
for sure.
I wish I could crumble like that and get millions of dollars and be a head coach of a football team. I would love to be that.
Yo, get out there on the coaching grind, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I got it, man. And then
maybe
I'll have
CJ.
CJ as my offensive coordinator, and I'll have Connie be my defensive coordinator.
Bro, I mean, listen, maybe with that Canada love, go to the CFL and all that. You know what I mean?
We'll go to the CFL and turn around to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Listen, it's been a wonderful episode, and joined by Matt. Didn't even know that was happening, but you know what?
I had to go in for a little bit.
Listen, we go with the flow. Man said a little bit. Been here for like an hour and a half. Crazy.
Hey, I love to talk football. What can I say?
Nah.
And hey, you know what?
You're good.
Rodgers was at minicamp today.
This is true.
And I think he said
I would hope so. Like, literally, don't have anyone to throw the ball to.
And I think he said he might stay with the Packers indefinitely. So, Jordan Love, get out for a 5th round pick, please.
Well, buddy. We're gonna get out of here just like Jordan Love might eventually. And before we do that, of course, got to give the floor to the people of the show. So, Matt, tell everybody where they can find you and all that, and then we'll get out of here.
Man, you can find my stuff down below, Matt_Skura, Instagram at Matt_Skura21. And both of those links in my bios, it gives you access to my sports podcast that me and our great friend Caleb Conant do called MCS Real Sports Podcast. Talk all things NBA and NFL related. You name it, it's available everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, iHeartRadio, you name it, it's there. We just recently uploaded an episode about 5 days ago talking about the NBA Finals, NBA playoffs, so go check that out. And as always, it's a pleasure to be on the Hard Counts. And, hey, I'm going to be excited for football season because got a lot of stuff to go through, a lot of drama. And, hey, who knows?
Yes, sir.
Away, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. We got linktree.com/cjames9. Find all my podcasts, everything I'm doing sports wise, streaming on Twitch, CJ versus the World, Count the Bucket, Michael Lawson, Nick Andre, every Sunday at 9:30, covering all things NBA. And of course, you guys can find me here on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Hard Count, all things NFL. Glad to be back.
Yes, sir. As for me, Anthony Conover _ on Twitter. You can follow me there for all my thoughts on whatever I feel like talking about. Monday's Generational Sports. Me and Josh talk a little bit about everything. NFL, NBA, sneak in some baseball, whatever we want to talk about. Pop culture, talk about what we want. Yeah, that's right. That's Monday, 7 Eastern. Make sure you check that out. And if you do, make sure you go over to Underdog Fantasy. Use code GenZ to double your first deposit, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Like CJ just said, we're always here on Tuesdays for the Hard Count, talking everything in the football world. And then on Thursday, I got Backstop Banter with me and Michael talking everything in the baseball world. All of those podcasts are also available on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. We are also available as well. So make sure you go and check out those podcasts. Anthony_Conover on Twitch. I put all of the podcasts up there as well. I will be gone for the next 2 weeks on vacation starting Monday. So the show will be left in CJ's hands. The Gen Z will be left in Josh's hands, and Backstop will be left in Michael's hands. So the fellas will keep you updated, I am sure. And listen, I'll be back. Never fear. Connie will be here. All right. But with all that being said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in as per usual. And listen, CJ might catch you on the next one. I'll catch you in 2 weeks. I know that one. All right. Until then, see you later.